Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Hi, everybody. We match. Hello, darling. We did it again. Hi, everybody. Right there. That's Tuesday. Hello, St. Louis Park. Hello, West St. Paul. Hello, Cambridge. Hello, Princeton. Good morning to my mother. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Have a seat. That's right. Gotta say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's very nice of you. I showered today, so I appreciate that. Ladies, I know, I cleaned just for this audience. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to my good friend. She showered too. It's Kendall, everybody. That's right, yeah. Well, maybe.
Well, I mean, it was an early morning. I'm getting my hair cut today.
Okay,
so.
Let me ask you, maybe this is too personal, but we're this type of friends.
You and I and everybody watching.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Don't worry, don't act like the cameras aren't there. Are you a shower or a bath kind of person?
Oh, shower.
Yeah.
No, I have a girlfriend, Lindsay, who takes a bath every single night before she goes to bed.
No.
She loves her bath.
Let's take a shot of the audience, Leo. Any bath people in the audience? Oh, no. Okay, thank
just
you.
Eric?
Did the dude think about raising his hand? I know.
Maybe.
I have a bathtub, like most people, but
Yeah.
I've never used our bath. The only thing I've used our bathtub for is to bathe the dogs. I haven't taken a bath in years.
Well, I do more than that. I probably do once every 10 days, twice a month, maybe take a bath. Just because I'm my back hurts. I just need to leave me alone.
It's a relaxation thing.
Yeah, not to clean myself.
Now let me tell you a little story here. I am not. I just got back from Louisiana. Y'all know, to see my mom, and I had to fly into Houston because she lives in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And there's no direct flight to Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Where?
Lake Charles, Louisiana. Where, yeah. Where they don't say potty, they say TT. That's what they say there, yeah. And the audience is like, they obviously missed yesterday's show. But anyway, so you have to either fly from Minneapolis to Houston or Dallas or New Orleans and then drive 3.5 hours. So I chose to fly in to the beautiful George Bush International in Houston. So I get there, and I flew from MSP to Houston on a normal size aircraft. Normal plane. I mean, big plane, pilots, the whole thing,
Yep.
Seats. And so then I get to Houston, and I'm like, okay. And the flight from Houston to Lake Charles is this long. You ready? That's it. That's how long.
Whee!
That's how long the flight is. It's like 4 minutes long. So I'm thinking, and I didn't look at the ticket to see what size plane I was on. And I go down this hallway, and this woman, she looks at me, she goes, yeah, your flights are down there. And I said, okay. So I walk down this hallway, and I'm looking for the sign. It says, there's Lake Charles. And I look outside, and this plane is the size of a fillet of fish. I mean, it is like thank you, audience. I knew that. It is the size of maybe a McRib. Ooh. So I go out there, I'm like, okay, positive attitude. And I get on the plane, and I'm in the back. I'm in like row 18. And again, itty bitty little plane. And I had never heard this before. So then this couple gets on, and they're supposed to be sitting back with me, like near me. And I hear the wife go, Rob, we're going to move up in front. So then they get up, and they make their way to the front because it wasn't a full flight.
Okay.
Well, flight attendant Rita was having none of these shenanigans. So she gets her manifest, and she's walking down the aisle. She's like this. She goes, okay. She looked at the couple. She goes, you two. She literally said that. She goes, you two. Because again, the plane is the size of a sandwich, so I can hear everything going on. And she goes, you two, where are you supposed to be? And then I hear the couple sheepishly go, well, row 16 choose. No. I need you to go back there to balance the weight of the plane out.
Did you just start doing your Hail Marys?
I was just like, no! Now, here's a learning moment. Now, I heard from a lot of flight attendants, I told the story in the radio show, this is a normal thing with smaller aircraft. It really is to balance the thing. My point is, if that ever happens to you, don't get freaked out like I was, because I was like, what? Like, flight attendant Rita's putting this thing on a scale and trying to balance it out? But no, it happened. That couple was not happy, though. And I looked at them, and I'm like, hello, just be grateful that she knows to... So everybody was in the back of the plane. So I felt like I needed to lean back, when the plane was taking off to help with the weight. And, I did. I physically did lean back. I'm like, Jason, just stay in your seat.
I do that stuff too, though. I mean, you got to help when you can.
You got to help when you can.
Gotta help.
Like right now. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Woo! Yeah. Lean back at takeoff. Yeah. First up. Here's the deal. We are still dealing, folks around the country, the world, still talking about and dealing with the sudden and tragic death of Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter, and 7 others. And I got to say, let me say this too. I love, and I hate the term the media, but I love that news organizations are giving proper spotlight and observance to the other individuals on that craft because they have families too. I love that. Well, last night, the late night host took a moment to remember the NBA legend. We put together a little highlight reel. Take a look.
I met Kobe when he was 17 and I was 21. He was a rookie on the Lakers, and I was just starting out in the comedy scene in LA. We were at a party, and we didn't know anyone at the party, so we just started talking. And I said, hey, what do you do? And he goes, I play basketball. I go, where? And he goes, for the Lakers. I go, wow. And so then the guy that was having the party said, hey guys, who wants to make a beer run? And Kobe wasn't drinking, he was 17, so he goes, I'll do it. He goes, Jimmy, you want to come? So I go, okay. So I get in the car, it's me and Kobe Bryant, and he's brand new in LA, and me too, I didn't know LA at all. And we drive down Sunset Boulevard to this place called Pink Dot. It looked like a 7-Eleven. I thought it was a 7-Eleven. You pulled in, and but it wasn't a 7-Eleven. Anyway, so I go in, and I open the door, and it's locked, and the guy goes, sorry, I can't sell you anything. And then Kobe takes out his ID and he puts it up against the glass and he goes, I'm a Laker. And the guy opened the door and we walked out with 5 cases of beer and we saved the party.
When he was injured, when he tore his Achilles, I sent him a book, and to my surprise, he read it and then called me to discuss it in maniacal detail. He wanted to know everything about it, and I was like, I don't know, Kobe, I didn't write it, I just bought the book. And I had to put him in touch with the guy who wrote the book.
He was naturally very funny and charming. He really was.
He was.
Yeah.
He's a great guest.
Terrific guest. And, a superstar does not have to be a great guest, and he just was. Whenever he was on our show, he was a joy to talk with, and he always had the audience in the palm of his hand. That's the guy that I've been thinking about these past 24 hours.
Jimmy, and Conan. Kimmel, actually, we were just talking in that segment. Kimmel didn't have an audience and ran just great highlights from the many times that Kobe would visit. So if you guys get a chance, it's about 42 minutes on YouTube. And Jimmy put the whole episode up. It's really nice. And he had him right after they won the last NBA championship, I believe in 2009 or something. So it's a really nice tribute. Well, moving on. Next on the dish, Justin Bieber. Haven't heard from Bieber very much lately. He's back, everybody. He was on Ellen. Yeah, he's back. Thank you for humoring me with that one. That's right. Bieber was on Ellen yesterday and talked about, amongst other things, being a newlywed. Look.
Now, when you proposed to her, were you really super nervous? Did you know what you were going to say? Was it like a romantic gesture?
Yeah, I was extremely nervous. I felt like in the past we had talked about, me asking the question, and I felt like she would say yes. So I wasn't really nervous about the saying yes, but I think it's just like, I think I was more nervous about, am I going to make this commitment? Am I able to make this commitment as a man and be able to honor what I say, because that's a serious commitment when you say you're gonna love someone for better, for worse, and be faithful. That's a huge, am I able to do that? And so I think that was really what I was battling with. And I finally was like, I'm gonna make the decision and follow through with it and be a husband. And, this is what I've always wanted. I'm gonna just choose this woman and just do it.
Yeah, Justin married Haley Baldwin back in November of 2018. I watched most of that interview. It was the most mature that I think we as the public have ever seen him. He sounded very different in a really good way. And then he was there promoting, amongst other things, he has new music. I think 2 songs dropped today. He was promoting a new documentary series that he has on YouTube, I think called Seasons or Sessions or something. And I was watching a portion of it, and he returned to the Stoop, the little corner in Canada where he used to perform for money. And they showed, and it was just 8, think about this. They looked at the date 8 years ago. Just 8 years ago, he was there. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's what the little star said, but 8 years ago. I think that math is right. Yeah, probably 2011.
He's not that old. I mean, you know, he's pretty young.
Yeah, so maybe it is 20. Maybe it seems longer, doesn't it? Like 09, 10, around there? I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm sure you'll let me know. By the way, Biebs has a summer tour, and they just announced a little bit ago Biebs is coming to Target Center on June 21st. We don't know a lot about ticket information, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy for him. Look, also, on a side note, obviously mustaches are big this year. It used to be because I know. The dude. We're both beard people. That's right. No. Right, my friend. It's all about beards. I'm never going to do a mustache. I don't want to. No. But Bieber has one. Svenny over there on Care 11 has one now. Yeah, Sven has one, and he's the oracle of cool. I can barely pull this off. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. Oh no, are you kidding me, Fox? I would have to go to the Congress to get that approved. Yeah.
No, don't do that. Jordan likes to shave off its and bits of his beard when he does have to shave it, and sometimes he'll leave just the stash, and I won't talk to him. I won't look at him. I'm like a dog when you won't pet it or feed it, and it's just like.
You pout. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I would do the same thing. I don't like that. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Lots more to come. Stay right there. More hot dishes heading your way. Blast from the past. How much drama can one returning contestant cause? You'll find out when producer Ted returns to Bachelor Nation. Then, yes, you can do wings, and yes, you can do nachos, but folks, let's step up our Super Bowl food game just a little bit. Lindsey Ginsel is back with some easy and great ideas to do just that. And he's the guy that basically got the Metrodome built. Yep, that's right. Best-selling author and businessman Harvey Mackay is here to talk about his new book. Boy, does he have stories. Stay right there. That's all coming up.
Hello, ladies. I did, enjoy my time here in Cleveland with you all, and I definitely feel like a lot of the relationships I did feel progress with, and I'm holding on to that, and I do feel good. Victoria P., do you mind if I talk to you?
Can I say something really quick?
Yep, go ahead, because I also have something.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Peter, but I've never felt so under-recognized by somebody, and for us who went on the group date, who bust our out there on the football field and literally have the physical bruises to show, and then for you to come to the cocktail party and ignore us, half of us that didn't get time, and then walk in hand with Alea, it was like the biggest slap in the face. Like I couldn't even look at you.
Literally my ankle is still sore. My knee is still sore. And for you to give it to her, of all people, it really, really, really hurt.
Wow. Okay, now we're talking. I mean, now suddenly I'm interested in this show. The ladies begin turning on Pilot Pete last night. This after The Bachelor, because this is what's about. The Bachelor brought back an eliminated contestant and gave her a rose without realizing it would leave the other women fuming. He didn't realize it? Come on. You have a head, you moron. Anyway, Peter and the women head to the love capital of Ohio. Thank you. Aaron, don't let these people leave. I don't ever let these people leave. I'll say that again. They're heading to the love capital of Ohio, Cleveland. The drama was real. The tension was at an all-time high, all while Pete tries to figure out who will be his one and only love. And that means, once again, it's time for America Loves Ted. Joining us from Bachelor headquarters / our control room is Bachelor expert Ted Johnson. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning.
Okay, Ted.
Juicy.
I was going to say, we've done this for several seasons now. I watch a lot of clips via you. I have rarely found a clip I've enjoyed that much. In Bachelor history that you know of, have you ever seen a revolt like this?
No, we have never seen a revolt like this. But we also haven't seen someone come back and actually get a rose after they come back. So I guess we haven't seen this before, but man, and he was not expecting it.
Ted, I'm going to stop you. Could we please cut Kendall's microphone because she's laughing so hard. Thank you, Director Leo. That's right. She's laughing so hard at that clip, Ted, that she's snorting over there. Anyway, okay, so I kind of said it. The major drama, it started with this eliminated woman. Why did he bring her back?
Well, so why these women were fuming. So they played this football game on this group date, and the women were going all out because the winner of the football game would then get more time with Peter. So
Got it.
Just tackling, and I mean, this is where obviously we saw their bruises.
Oh my goodness!
So the winners of this game would, in theory, then go on and they would be cut in half. And then they would get a better chance at alone time with Peter. Well, then when they go to the post-cocktail date reception, or whatever you call it, Alea shows up. I don't know how she knew they were in Cleveland, but so she comes back and she goes, I just want to clear up, why was I eliminated last week? And so then and remember last week it was like Victoria was saying, oh, she's not a nice person, and so then Alea comes back and she says, no, I am a nice person. Victoria and I are actually really good friends. And he goes, what? And so then this is just this whole fiasco, and then he goes, I didn't really want to get rid of you now. And so then he gives her a rose. Okay. And everyone else figures this out, and they're like,
well, how could he not figure out, Ted, that was going to anger the other women who literally, look at him. I wanted to make fun of him at first, but they were tackling each other like Russell Wilson. I mean, it was like, you know what I mean?
And she just swoops in and steals the rose. I mean, none of these women liked Alea to begin with.
Yeah.
So they were angry that she showed up, angry that she took all of their time from him, and then when he gave her the rose, they were just like, done with this guy, and he's like off an oblivious world.
Victoria, talk to me about her. This is the rivalry, right?
So there's two Victorias. Victoria Blonde, but then we had a one-on-one date, Victoria, the other Victoria.
Got it.
So they go, your worst nightmare, they go up in a little private plane.
Nope.
And
fillet of fish.
And she's feeling basically how we would all feel. And so they do this, and then they do a little roller coaster thing at Cedar Point, which is a amusement park. It's
quality.
Test their love for each other. But then we get another first time ever on The Bachelor. So they always cap these dates off with a musical performance at the end, right? So we get like a C-list performer. Well, this is Chase Rice, I believe. I've never heard of the guy.
I haven't either.
She dated him right before going on The Bachelor.
Seriously?
Yes. She shows up and she's like, oh, okay. And so they're like sort of making out. He's awkward. She's awkward. Peter's just like more oblivious. Oh, so
that is good. All at Cedar Point, y'all. That's good.
And then after that, Peter's still oblivious. He and Chase Rice have a conversation. And Chase is like, so how far are you guys into this?
What?
There's still feelings there, and
Ted, have you ever been to Cedar Point?
I have.
It's a quality amusement park.
It is a good amusement
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ted. Have a good day, my friend. Oh, well, I'm going to see you in a little bit. Yeah. I don't know why I'm saying goodbye to you. Bye, Ted. See you later. Yeah. We separate us. Ted is in another room. We don't really talk. I don't let the staff talk to me until 10:30. Yeah. Next in the dish, there's a new show. There's a new show. Yes. You know what I'm going to say. Stop it! Just for that, I'm going to make you watch this clip. There's a new show on TLC that I am loving right now, and it's called My feet are killing me. Yes. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. If you missed it, here's a little bit of the trailer.
Every foot is like a story.
I was born with 6 toes on each foot. It's really hard.
Oh my God, you almost made me cry on that one.
I feel like sometimes people just want to be heard.
My feet are ugly, and I know badly that you even have to touch them. I just want it better.
They're gonna be better.
I can treat their problem that they walked in with and help them get back to a better quality of life. You definitely need surgery to correct this.
Yes, you do. Well, so we showed you a preview because this is like a sister show to Dr. Pimple Popper, and you know how much I love that one. So I couldn't wait to watch it. Well, last week I was obviously a little busy, so I sat down last night. I was home alone because Colin forbids me to watch this with him. So I was home alone with the dogs. So I watched 3 episodes back to back to back to back to back, and I gotta tell you, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed because, yes.
Why?
I'm obsessed for the same reason I am for like Pimple Popper, and I like to see the transformation because yeah, it's a little bit, you know, you're watching like a car crash, but you really are watching these people, their lives, cliche and all, their lives really are changed. Like for instance, this one woman walks in, she has 6 toes. She has 6 toes and they have to remove the 6th toe. And it changes her whole life. Another guy has a giant foot. Like he has just seriously a giant foot. And the doctor, in a moment that I wanted to cry, the doctor knows a special shoemaker, like a cobbler. Like I didn't know they're cobblers anymore, but anyway, there's a cobbler. I don't think that's what they're called anymore, but he made him a special shoe that fits his big foot. And it's just really good moments. Now, I will tell you, there is a little bit of like, oh my goodness, Gloria. If you want to see a clip that we are not going to show you, this is my favorite quote from the show. It's on my Instagram, and I showed everybody in the meeting, and Kendall almost got sick. But anyway, you can see it. Just search for Jason Matheson, and it's in my Insta stories, and you'll see it. Yeah, it's really. Go right now and watch it.
I feel kind of bad that I get so like, oh, but because I get that people are really embarrassed, and that's the whole point of the show. But like, I watch HGTV for makeovers.
I know,
like,
but it's a much different. And I feel bad. Deeper. I have empathy for these folks because they have shame. They're not going into the doctor. These things grow and grow. The problems grow because they have shame and they don't want people to, like that one woman, she's like, doctor, I don't want you to see my feet. And I'm thinking to myself, the doctor has seen far worse, you know?
Right.
And bless her heart, she gets it fixed. So it's really good. And Dr. Bradley Schaefer, Mr. Footman. I started following him last night, and he sent me a little DM this morning. I was like, well, hello. Yeah.
You got DMs from him?
I got DM by Dr. Brad. I have an appointment this afternoon.
Wait, what's wrong with your feet?
What?
What's wrong with your feet?
I'm going to make up something. I don't know. Nothing's wrong with my feet. Yeah. I need Dr. Bradley to examine my foot.
Okay.
Oh, I do. I could tell him, well, because remember I have a giant big toe. So I'll have him look at that.
Your ogre toe.
I have a Shrek toe.
Okay.
Because I had that guy at Schuler Shoes tell me, a little 17-year-old. He said, Schuler Shoes, 17-year-old, his name was Ryan. He said, sir, he professionally sized my foot. He goes, you're a size 13, right? And I said, yeah. And he goes, you know, I thought that big toe you'd be a 12.
Thank you, son.
Thank you. Still ahead, everybody, we're getting you ready for your Super Bowl party with a few ideas that are easy to make, and hey, they're healthy. And then Minnesota legend Harvey Mackay is out with a brand new book, and he's here talking about that and how he helped turn Minneapolis and St. Paul into a sports mecca. That's right. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us. A big toe. Welcome back. Super Bowl time. Hello. Welcome back. Our next guest wants to help you step up your Super Bowl party and with just a few different ideas. You're going to love these. Give it up for our food writer and our good friend. It's Lindsay Ginsel, everybody.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. I'm excited about this because every time you come on, there's at least one thing that I become obsessed with, and I have a feeling I can guess which one I'm already going to be obsessed with.
Okay. So let's start down here. So a lot of people do January Whole 30. Now,
yes.
The very simple gist of that is it's a 30-day elimination diet. You take out things like dairy and soy and
Sugar,
gluten,
maybe,
sugar,
yeah.
yes, alcohol. And then at the end of the 30 days, you slowly reintroduce those things to see how your body responds. So for me, I did it and I realized gluten, not so great. So when Super Bowl Sunday hits, people who are doing the whole 30 are gonna have had a couple of days under their belts.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be looking for something that is still technically whole 30 and delicious.
Okay.
All right, come down here.
This is a challenge.
Yes.
Okay.
So Trader Joe's makes these chicken sausages. Now, not all of them are Whole 30 friendly.
Okay.
These ones are Whole 30 friendly, which means that they have no sugar in them. A lot of sausages, to basically keep their flavor, add sugar. This is a Whole 30 product ready to go.
Okay.
Peterson's Whole 30 bacon, no sugar added. That's a huge thing with bacon. You got to check your labels. Find Whole 30 bacon. You are just wrapping your sausages up, queuing them with a little toothpick, however you want to do it. Throw them in the oven. 40 degrees for about 20 minutes. And then this is Primal Kitchen. This is a really great company that does Whole 30 products, paleo products, basically really clean ingredients. It's got a great flavor to it. Throw that on the side.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of a spice. If you get the broiler on your bacon, it's gonna have a little bit of a crisp there.
I aggressively pulled that off.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Spice from the sausage, the spice in the mayo there, really great. Now the new trend.
Thank you for continuing to talk because I can't talk.
This is okay. The new trend, vegans. And I say trend. I think there are a lot of people who can handle being a vegan. I just personally.
I can't right now. I'm willing to try, but yeah,
right.
I can't right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So the one thing with being vegan, it's no animal products.
Yes.
So no dairy, no meat, no cheese, none of that. What's great about it is there's companies that have done the work for you. So this Tofutti sour cream, it is a vegan product, start to finish. It's great. I actually think it has more of a consistency like a cream cheese, which is great for making a dip because it's going to give it a little bit of thickness.
Okay.
Then we've got your coconut milk yogurt, unsweetened. Make sure you do not grab the vanilla. It's going to be terrible.
Okay.
So I've got a little bit of that vanilla yogurt in here. I'm adding that basically imitation sour cream. We're going to mix that all up.
Now, again, to stress, you are not vegan.
I am not vegan.
And I am not either. So, and I did it once for the show, for the buzz. Did not go well.
No,
did not go well for me. But that was back in the day when there weren't a lot of products that were good.
Absolutely.
Back then, everything tasted like chalk.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and the products have improved so much. So right here, I've got some caramelized onion and garlic. Now, the trick with making any dip, do not throw your seasonings right into that yogurt. You need to get them over some heat. Now I'm just trying to chop this up a little bit and then I'm gonna throw this into my sauce. The great thing is if you do this the day before, you really let those flavors settle in. And then some prepared horseradish. So this is gonna give it just a little bit of heat.
Okay.
Now I think this is where you're gonna fall in love. Have you had Mary's crackers before?
Well, I had one right before we went on the air.
Okay. I was wondering what you were chewing on.
Really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these Mary's crackers, they're vegan. They've got a great grain to them. Again, the thing with vegans is they can't have eggs, they can't have dairy. You really got to pay attention to your labels. Mary's are fantastic.
Right here, everybody. Mary's right there. Hi, Mary. Thank you.
All right, now let's sandwich our vegans with some more pork.
Okay.
So I did down here a.
Wait, can I? Wait, no.
Oh,
no,
wanna-
Lindsay.
Are we jumping the gun?
I need to eat that. No,
We're
I
jumping the
want.
gun?
No, I want to. May I try this?
Please.
I want to. Is this? Should I do this one?
Yes.
Okay, let me do this one because I am like.
It's so good, isn't it? A little heat from that horseradish, the sweetness of the onions and the garlic.
I would never know it's not. I would never know it's vegan.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's great about it is you can control how much spice you put in there, your salt and your pepper. It's really to taste.
That is really good. If you, that's a winner.
And
Yeah.
it's one you can do you don't need to do it vegan.
No,
Make
that's
it at
really
home
good.
with the regular stuff. It's
Okay, what's
great.
this last one?
So down here we've got pulled pork. I did this in my slow cooker. What I love about this pulled pork is you can make it a part of your meal prep. Do double batch on Sunday, take half with you to the Super Bowl, leave the other half at home. These are just some spicy Asian wraps. So I did a little coleslaw with just a little sweet honey poppy seed dressing, a little of the spicy sweet chili, some tamari, which is soy-free, rice vinegar. You just throw it out there. What I love about anything that you put in front of your guests that you make them prepare, it takes the work away from you.
Yes.
Lay it all out, and you pretend it's fancy. It's DIY.
It is, yeah.
It's DIY lettuce
really,
wraps.
These are very Very fancy.
Very fancy. What I would love on top of this is if you're feeling really aggressive in the I want to impress my friends.
Yeah.
Make like a fresh mango pineapple salsa. Throw that
Now
on
you're
top of
getting
there.
crazy. Now
yeah,
you're
I
just-
mean,
yeah, I
it's
know.
a little Martha Stewart,
Yeah.
but
That is good. May I have one of these now?
please, absolutely. They're plated, ready to go.
Thank you. I'm going to do one of these.
Now, the trick with pork is if you make it ahead of time, always reheat it in the skillet. Always reheat it in the skillet. The skillet's going to give it life that your microwave won't.
This is my lunch. This is so good. Get up for Lindsay, everybody.
Thank you.
Head to lindsayginsel.com right there. We'll put this segment up on our Facebook and YouTube channel in just a little bit. Coming up next, speaking of social media, what are y'all asking about this week? You're going to find out in the Jason Show mailbag when we come back. Back in a moment. And yes, I'm speaking with my mouth full. Oh my God. Welcome back, everybody. The audience is busy eating. They can't clap right now. The audience can't clap right now. They're too busy eating. That's right, yeah. They're doing great. Kendall joins me again, and it's time to hear from you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open up the Jason Show mailbag. Here we go.
You've got mail.
First up, Mary. Hi, Mary. She sent us this message on Facebook. Mary writes, I had a sick day today, and so I caught the show this morning. Well, thanks, Mary. Jason mentioned Netflix's new show, Cheer. I thought, hey, why not? Well, I just finished the last episode. Thanks for my sick day fun. Yeah, well, Mary, I watched 3 episodes last night. So good. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's about a very competitive cheer program. Yeah, squad at a small college in Texas, and it is amazing. You get to know the kids. You get to know the young adults, their motivations, how hard they work. They work harder than most adults I know.
It's crazy. I watched the first episode.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved it.
And you were in cheer, right? I mean,
no, I was a dancer,
you're a
but
dancer,
I
yeah.
mean, I get
Same
it.
thing, same
Yeah.
skill set, yeah. Well, next up, Lee writes in. Hi, Lee. Just saw Ted at the boat show. That was from yesterday's episode. Hands down, the most original and well-produced TV comedy thing I've seen in years. Yes. Yeah, if you missed it, we sent Ted to the boat show. And here's the deal. We're not a news show, you know what I mean? We try to be goofy with our stuff. So we sent Ted, hey, look at the new boats, and he decided, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to get chicks.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's thanks to photographer Eric. Next up, Beth recently recommended on a Facebook photo, commented rather, on a Facebook photo from last February. This is Ted right here, producer Ted from last February. It was Ted at the Monster Truck Rally, and Beth asks, was Ted ever on North Dakota Public TV? Well, which just, now audience, you may think to yourself, oh, that's a ridiculous question. It is a ridiculous question, but that's why we love it. I'm sorry to tell you, Ted's never been on public television. I don't know.
We did ask.
We're trying to get him a show, but they turned it down. We sent out an audition tape, and they said no. Finally, Deborah asks, hey, Jason, why do you have so many pencils and nobody ever uses them on your desk? Okay, little fun fact about me. And I've mentioned this before, it's not a nervous thing. I guess it kind of is. I need something in my hand, like during the radio show. I have to fidget with something. So yeah, do we have the pit? So that's why they're really not practical, but I just have them so that I hold it.
Yeah.
You'll notice, especially in the first segment of the show, I'm usually just holding a pencil. It's a nervous thing.
Right.
Would you like one?
A lot of actually public speakers say that they do that with a pin.
Oh, really? See? It just relaxes me. I mean, yeah. Sorry. Wow, that's really nice. Hey, and by the way, she's a woman of many talents, isn't she? Hey, coming up a little bit later, I'll let you know who these flowers are from. A special little message coming up in a little bit. But first, still ahead, the man who is credited with keeping the Twins in Minnesota joins us to talk about his latest book. We're chatting with Harvey Mackay when we return. Right after this, everybody. Back in a moment. You are so talented. Welcome back, my friends. Well, our next guest. I'm excited about this conversation. Our next guest is a business leader who's credited with solidifying Minneapolis and St. Paul as sports towns. He is also a best-selling author who has sold more than 10 million books worldwide. And just in case he's not busy enough, he has a new one in bookstores right now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the legend himself. It's Mr. Harvey Mackay, everybody. Mr. Mackay, welcome. The new book, You Haven't Hit Your Peak Yet. What, do you think you've hit your peak yet?
Well, let me tell you a little background. For 25 years, every day I get up in the morning and I shave, I have a little Post-it note. And that Post-it note I've been looking at for 25 years. World War III with my publisher, they didn't like my titles, I didn't like their titles. But one day I'm shaving, it's staring me right in the face. You haven't hit your peak yet. Bingo.
That's where it comes in. That's where the title came from.
That's where the title came.
What do you, in a general sense, success, what do you think is the thing that holds people back the most? Is it fear? Is it fear of failure? Is it not wanting to step out of your comfort zone? What holds the majority of people back?
Surely. Well, the first thing they have to know is the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So once they know they can get there.
Somebody write that down immediately. That is really, I love that. Yeah.
And then number two, if you ask 1,000 successful businessmen, businesswomen, they will tell you to have a mentor is the single most important. About 90% of the people in the country worldwide will tell you you can't do it all by yourself. Even the Lone Ranger had Tonto.
Yeah.
So it's important, very important that you have that mentor. So when the fear comes up, okay, you're not alone. You don't have to, you don't have to be it all by yourself.
There's somebody there.
With all that pressure, there's somebody there. That's the way that you overcome it.
One of the most famous aspects about you is, I read in the intro, you are credited, and rightfully so, with basically making a lot of folks realize that in order to be a prominent metropolitan area, you needed the sports teams. Why did you figure that out before most leaders?
Well, number one, I'm a sports junkie.
Yeah.
Been to 13 straight Summer Olympics. And I love competition.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you travel around the country, as I do, and my home is 35,000 feet, that's where I live, all right, most of my love, and you travel all around the country, you see what the sports teams do, okay, for the communities, as well as the Golden Gophers, which I live, eat, sleep, die for, everything. so there's no question. During the Super Bowl, when the Super Bowl was here, Minnesota Vikings, I kept track. They mentioned, now this is a worldwide audience of course, many tens of millions of people. And they mentioned Minnesota, 267 times during that broadcast. You know what that equals? Jobs.
Yeah.
That equals people.
And publicity you can't buy. You can't buy something like that.
Spend $1 trillion and it wouldn't mean anything.
Yeah. Because again, you helped lobby to build the Metrodome. So you put so much effort into it. You put so much work in it. Take me to the day that it comes to fruition. Because these things take a lot of time and a lot of red tape. It's built. How did you feel that day?
Well, I had a lot of vision. I was visualizing certain things that maybe I'd be the one to throw out the first ball. Not the governor, not the mayor, not even Joe DiMaggio, but me.
Yeah.
And I finally did it. I did throw out the first ball.
Did you?
And but here's what's really important. I did not hit home plate.
You didn't?
No, I got it over. I don't know why. 3 days earlier, 5 a.m. in the morning, I went and practiced in the Dome.
Did you?
Oh, absolutely. Had the lights man up there.
Now, see, that's a little not fair. I mean, not everybody can go practice in the Dome.
Someone on base a little bit, be a ham, throw that ball. So it was 7 years in the making.
I did it once, and it was one of the most, I don't get nervous. This doesn't make me nervous. That was one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever, and I did it. I threw it out to Joe Mauer. And it was both simultaneously one of the most frightening things I've ever done and one of the most joyous things.
Yes, they put the little kids 10 feet away. Is that where you were? Or were you on the
Well, our time is up, Mr. Mackay, and it's been so great having you. No, actually, they put me in the normal,
On the mound?
Yes.
On the mound?
And Joe laughed at me because he knows I'm a goober, and he literally mouthed, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I don't know."
Did you get a contract the next day or not?
I did. I know. Fox wouldn't let me continue it.
Oh,
But
good,
yeah,
okay.
anyway. The focus of this book is Uncommon Wisdom for Unleashing Your Full Potential. How long does it take you to write one of these?
3 years, this particular one.
My goodness.
This is my 8th book.
Yeah.
And maybe my last, I'm not sure. That's what I said after I wrote my first book. So,
Yeah.
But just a little sidebar on Swim with the Sharks.
Yeah.
If it's okay.
Please.
Again, had a real big fight with my publisher. I taught myself to be creative. There's no correlation, zero, zip, none, between creativity and IQ. Every viewer out there, every person can be way more creative than they ever believed they could. So anyway, back to the quick little story, and that is, had the fight with my publisher. I wanted to be the first one, money back guaranteed. All right, if you don't like Swim with the Sharks, on page 2.
Yeah.
Well, finally I prevailed. 5 million copies sold. 27 people asked for their money back. and 7 of them were my best friends.
Really? That's not a bad. That's not a bad thing. Real quick before you go, I mentioned the Metrodome. You're also You're also the key figure in keeping the Twins here, and that must be. First of all, thank you for heaven's sake.
Well, that was the biggest thrill of my life, quite frankly. If I had to name the thrills, other than saying I do when I got married.
Nice save there. That was very nice.
Only because my wife is watching. That's all.
Yes. But saving the Twins.
But yes, Calvin Griffith, who was the owner at the time, we built him the stadium. I spent 7 years as the chairman. Not 1 year, 7 years as the chairman. Told you already, threw out the first ball. He then had a clause, small print under the small print. If we didn't attract these many people, all right, he could leave. And the losing streak was like this. People stopped coming. The first year, we were in trouble. Second year, and so I had an idea. I'd go out and raise some money, $6 million, crisp, crunchy, crackly, curvaceous, cold, hard cash. And I went up with NBC, CBS, ABC. They're all following me up to the window one night. And I said, I'd like to buy 26,000 tickets for tonight's game. And I came back every single day buying tens and 20,000 to sell out the stadium.
To make the deal, to keep
so that he could not move. He threw the sponge in after about 3 weeks.
That is tremendous. Mr. Mackay, thank you for being here.
Thank
you so much. His book, You Haven't Hit Your Peak Yet, is available now, and you can meet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I just interrupt for 1 minute?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, my memory is the thing I forget with. Okay, so no, I forgot. Most important reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
Tonight, yeah.
8 o'clock. Oh, you've already told
I'm
them.
getting ready to say it right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They have to put my seat a little closer, like where they throw the pitch out. Yeah.
My first rodeo.
You can meet him today at the Barnes & Noble in Edina from 4 to 8. Go meet this legend right here. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Back in a moment. That was great. Thank you so much. What a pleasure.
All proceeds go to...
Welcome back to the show, my dear friends. Hey, we want you to be as cool as the audience today. So, all you have to do to get tickets, is go to our Facebook page and click on the ticket tab. You're in by 9, you're out by 11:15. We would love to see you this week. It's easy pleasy, and if you are a big boss, we accept company visits as well. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Tuesday. As I said, we have a great, cool audience today, and they're so cool. They're so cool. We are giving them a copy of Mr. McKay's book, and they're getting mugs, everybody. They're all getting Jason Show mugs. So there we go. That's right. And you get to have lunch with Kendall and I. I'm just joking. No, I'm just, yeah. Hey, I want to say thanks. These beautiful flowers here on the set are from one of our affiliates, KBJR in Duluth. We love them. They're like family to us. And they sent this to me for my family, for my mom. So KB, our family there, thank you guys very much. I love you. Matches our set. I would expect nothing less from our friends there. They are very detail-oriented. So thank you, Duluth. We love you very much. Tomorrow on the show, Allison Kaplan will join us to talk about the secrets of success, following Mr. McKay's segment there. Plus, Sarah Rogers will join us with the latest in winter fashion, because we still have a couple more months.
Don't say
I know,
it.
no. It's 54 days till spring, though. That'll make it good, yeah. That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. 54 days.